So here we are looking at the Cartesian plane. Now there's a few distinct features you need to know for the Cartesian plane. First of all, the horizontal axis running along this way here is known as our x-axis, and the vertical axis along here is known as our y-axis. And the point the Cartesian plane starts at is right in the middle here, and this here is known as our origin point, or its coordinates of 0, 0. You'll see some other information around this plane here. Quadrant 1, Quadrant 2, Quadrant 3, and Quadrant 4. Quadrants move in a counterclockwise direction on the Cartesian plane, and each quadrant has different properties for numbers that are within them. Think of it as 4 different squares, all split up based on the y and the x-axis. So you'll see quadrant 1 here, you always have a positive x and a positive y value. Quadrant 2, you'll have a negative x and a positive y value, but it is above the x-axis here, so it's a positive y value. Quadrant 3 has a negative x value and a negative y value, and quadrant 4 will always have a positive x value and a negative y value. And that is the basics of our Cartesian plane. Now, if we wanted to plot points on this Cartesian plane, we can use our numbered axes here and take a point and we write it in the convention of x and our y points. So, if I had a point, I'll change colour here. If I had a point on my Cartesian plane that was right here, we can see that at this point here, our x value is 1, positive 2 along the x-axis, and our y value is 1, 2, 3. Therefore, this point on our Cartesian plane will be written as 2, 3. Let me write that again, 2 and 3. You can see I'm 2 across on the x and 3 up on the y. If we moved over to our quadrant 2 here and we had a point, say, here, well, we know our convention is x and our y, so that means we need to find our x value first. So we started our origin, which is 0, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 is our x value, as you can see here, and we go 1, 2 up on the y. So across here, our value of 2, so it'll be negative 3 and 2. Again, our x is negative 3, and that is 2. Moving down to our third quadrant, if we had a point, say here, we can again count. Well, we started our origin, our x values first, so our horizontal axis. Let's go across, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And our y value, we start at 0, 0, negative 1, negative 2, and so on. And that is basically how you work with plotting coordinates on the Cartesian plane and a little bit of information about it.